Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Senor Giraffe, and we are here again for our second episode on OP Legends universes. Now, before we get into anything, if you would like to join me on the server, please make sure you're using my IP, giraffe.oplegends.com. It helps a lot, and it means a lot when you use that IP. It's the best way of supporting me without directly supporting me. Now, today, we are going to be looking at the Lake universe. You would have seen in the last episode, we did the Farm universe, and we'll probably revisit that in another episode, future episode. But today, we are going to be looking at Lake. Now, because we opened those two Start of the Worlds and all the keys, we are going to have a pretty big kickstart on it. We also are going to be swapping from our little orb pet here to a money pet. That is what I've been recommended. People have said it's definitely better to have a rank pet rather than an orbs pet, and that's what I assumed at the start, but I did not want to roll with it until I knew. So we are going to be taking our tier 4 rank pet right there. We are missing out on a 2x orb boost from our orb pet, but we can always trade for some orbs, so it's not a big deal. Gonna equip the tier 4 here. We are losing 41 levels on our orb pet, but that is fine. Another thing as well, within the last episode, or in between them, I did open our farm keys, and you'll see we have farm orb and crop boosters. Now, the cool thing about this will stack with your already existing orb and rank boosters. So you can realistically, with these two things combined right here, have a 3x multi instead of having a 1.5x multi. So there's a lot of stacking you can do with boosters. And we also have a rank currency from one of our tier 3s we did end up getting. So we'll probably end up applying that to, I'm going to say Arctic, because Arctic kind of snowballs the hardest when it comes to ranks. It's either Arctic or Farm, but we're going to go back to Farm in a bit, so we don't really need to go there right now. So let's start ahead. Let's get into the video. Let's head right here into Lake. And now if you guys are wanting to go even faster and not walk there, you can do /lake. But for the, video purposes, we're going to go through the portal right there. Boom. There we are. And this is our pond. Now, you see each of all these nodes. When you throw your reel in there like this, boom, you catch a fish. You'll see we just got a bunch of milestones. Not even sure why. That was a lot of stuff. Oh my god, why did we get all that stuff? I wonder if we get all that everywhere. That is interesting, okay? But you can see we got all those milestones, which is pretty neat. But as I was saying, these little nodes here will end up catching a fish. And when you catch a fish, there is a chance with certain enchants here to proc another fish, which procs another fish. And it will just wipe your entire thing over time. Now, on the right side, we have 2.19 billion lake orbs, which is insane. And that is from our keys and Start of the Worlds. And also our rank 4900. So we can go ahead right now. Left click on the ground with our rod, or click on our rod in our inventory, and we are going to be able to max out velocity. This one's very cheap and very recommended. You'll see now our fishing rod goes farther and goes faster. We are going to be able to actually we can max out aim assist as well. That's pretty good. We are not going to spend that much on regeneration, although we will do 500 levels. We're going to do 500 levels of dragonfish, 500 levels of electric, and you guys are getting the message here. We are going to get 500 levels of every single enchant on here. Fish food is one of the better enchants, so we'll eventually get more on there. Grenade, that is okay. Laserfish, meh. Magic fish right there, boom, and sizzle fish right there. So we are going to go back here, and we are going to go to fish food. We are going to get another 1,000 and another 1,000. So we have 2,500 on our fish food enchant. What fish food does is have a chance of higher fish with this enchantment, equaling more currency. So having this enchant enabled gives you a chance to get even more fish, even more orbs, even more everything. And it's honestly one of the best enchants to get. Now, when it comes to good enchants, we're going to want to be getting magic fish right here. Magic fish is going to be the one that procs all of our other fish. So the way that there's a lot of fish, but the way this one works is when we catch a fish, boom, we get a fish. Now if we get an enchant, normally people just go like this. You see the enchant where we're getting procs. If a fish lands in another pool, it has a higher chance to spawn another fish. Normally what you want to do is you want to fly down like this, hold your right click, and just fly around. And if I look behind us really quick, you'll see we're not getting many enchants. When we do get enchants, they'll just explode and it'll just send fish all over the place. Now, this is a very basic universe. Honestly, it's one of the more simple ones. There's a lot of enchants to it, but it really doesn't have too much. Flying fish is another really good one. Chance for your fish to fly into nearby pools, which can also activate those pools. So we're going to dump the rest of our stuff into that. Right now, we have a pretty decent fishing rod. There's some enchants on here which are complete buns, but magic fish, flying fish, and fish food are 3 of the better ones. You can see right here, flying fish, chance for fish to fly into nearby pools. This one increases the chance of fish flying into the pool they land in. So it's going to be a lot of stuff. Like you'll see right there, we got a salmon instead of a regular fish. Aim assist is, it's kind of annoying sometimes, but boom, that's flying fish, and boom, no other flying fish. But you can technically get flying fish to proc another enchant. And that is the whole aim of the game with Lake. You want to get flying fish to proc another fish to fly into another pool. And, all in all, boom, there's flying fish procking into another flying fish, which could proc into another flying fish. And it just has a massive chain reaction. And the best thing about it is once you get your regenerate up to max, your pools are going to regenerate even faster. So you can almost have an infinite farm just by right-clicking a couple times. Eventually it will die down, but it is really, really good. Right there, flying fish into nothing else. You can see, though, the options or the potential is insane. It's got insane potential to be really, really good. And there is one thing, though. The fish don't always land in a pool. Boom, flying fish into flying fish. It's crazy. So we're going to have to get a lot of lake orbs. I'm going to actually go ahead and message Seabass, who is going to be I'm going to be inviting him to our gang right now. Boom. So we're going to tell Seabass that I'm inviting him and to send 1 bill because he did want to give me 1 billion lake orbs so I could put even more into flying fish. But as you can see, they're just going crazy. They're just going to keep on procking, like 1 procced all the way back here, which is insane. So /gang invite Seabass right there. He's going to be helping me out with recording, helping me out grinding. Again, we're both playing casual, just focusing on content, so it's not a big deal for us. And whatever I'm grinding, I'll help him out with. Whatever he's grinding, he's going to help me out with, vice versa. And it should be super, super cool. So there you go. He sent me 1 billion orbs. You'll see we are currently racking up quite a bit. And you saw there was a beacon in the sky. Right here. Boom. That is how you get lake stars. Now, if I throw a fish in there, you'll see we got 10 lake stars. And that is how it's going to work. That's the only way to get lake stars. And that's what you're going to have to be doing. Gonna go ahead here, get more flying fish because the enchant is insane in my opinion. It's probably the best one. We're also going to open these lake keys. And we're gonna really, really hope we get some orb or fish multis. I'm not sure if we do. No, we don't. Unlucky. Because I want to go ahead and stack a bunch of boosters. We'll start with this really quick. Just some short boosters. Boom, boom. Get them going because you might as well have them going. Now, one flaw I see in Lake that's going to happen is your pets are probably going to level really, really slow. So I'd recommend either A, leveling your pets in Arctic. That was Sizzlefish right there, which, cooks the thing. I'll go read it off for you. I'll actually read all the enchants. So aim assist, you've seen it. It increases the chance of your reel automatically going to a correct pool. Regenerate, refreshes the pools. Dragonfish, this is like Dragon Burst, wipes a large area, a square grid. Right here, electric fish increases the tier of your fish with a lightning strike. We're going to wait. Eventually that will happen. Flying fish, you know about that one. Frozen fish freezes the pond and then releases multiple copies. So it's pretty much flying fish, but it gets rid of the pond for a little bit. Fish food, Grenade, fish explode into 9 pieces and land on neighboring pools, which also activate. So this is similar to flying fish. Laserfish, not that good. I think a lot of people disable laserfish, so we'll have to look into that. And sizzlefish right here. Your pond has a small chance to fry fish that land in it, granting 10x rewards. So that is what happened right there. We got 10x the rewards for every fish that landed in that one pond. And I don't know if it's the craziest thing, but it's pretty decent. We're going to go ahead, though. We're going to continue grinding, guys. I am going to bring you back in a little bit as we go ahead and grind. We're not getting that many orbs and we're not getting that many ranks. So Lake seems like it's going to be a bit of a slow one. So we'll have to wait and see. We are getting a lot more beacons though, and that's one thing. The longer you're here, the more beacons you'll be getting because they have to go somewhere. Also, because we don't have regenerate that high, there is the chance of not really having infinite pools. The pools are going to definitely disappear eventually. So I'll bring you guys back in a little bit we'll go over what I was doing or how much we gained. But we are starting right now with 78 million lake orbs and rank 4,970. So we'll see. So I'll bring you guys back in a second. Alrighty, we are back after not too long, but I did go ahead and throw down 5 free loot boxes. I already opened one because I got impatient. We're gonna go ahead and go through all of these, just see if there's anything crazy we can get. I really don't think there is. I want tier 3 modifiers because that is going to be a really nice thing to get. We got absolutely none of them though, so that is that is not ideal. But we did get a bunch of ranks and a bunch of orbs, which is not bad at all. That is pretty much the main thing we're looking for, just because of how easy and how good they are for every single realm. Because again, if you get them on one realm, you can use them and benefit on all the realms. Now, one thing I've been hearing from a lot of people on the server is Slayer is going to be the most rewarding feeling. So if you want to feel your progress go really fast and actually feel progress going like super quick, less linear, then I would recommend Slayer. That's what's been recommended to me. Sadly, that is going to be in our 4th episode. We are not going to be doing Slayer till the 4th episode. But when we get to that, episode, when we're at episode 4 doing Slayer, it should be pretty quick. And at that point, we could also probably get some fat boosts. I can't lie. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say no to boosts. If I can get boosted, I'm going to be taking the boost. But I want to make sure we can do it without the boost. That right there was Dragonfish, by the way, which you can see. It's not bad at all, but it wipes a bunch of pools out. So once you have a maxed out fishing rod, it's maybe not worth it because magic fish, flying fish, all of the flying fish enchants will not be proccing as much. So Dragonfish is something that looks really good, but it also has its negative sides. So we do have another 2.3 billion lake orbs. I'll say that again, a billion with a B. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that all into, I'm thinking we're gonna do regenerate because these pools are taking a hot minute to regenerate. Put it up to 1750 right there. And what else should we get? I've been noticing a lot of sizzle fish, and also I have not seen any frozen fish, and that is because we have it at level 0. Okay, we're gonna put 1,000 levels into frozen fish. I said frozen fish, but frozen fish right there. I don't know how I forgot to level that up. I really thought I did, so that's kind of annoying. Hopefully we get a frozen fish proc here at some point though, so I can show you how that one works. It's pretty much magic fish plus sizzle fish combined into one. Really useful. And then also I'll get some grenade because I haven't seen that yet either. But boom, flying fish into a laser into, like, it's insane. It's getting to the point where we're getting a bunch of procs, and we're also getting the beacons or the stars popping up all the time. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening. I don't fully know what the plan is, guys. Again, like I said, I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of just rolling with, whatever happens. Whatever happens, happens. But we're getting a bunch of, flying fish into flying fish into flying fish. And it's kind of getting out of hand because you can see I can hardly even fish. I mine or, fish a couple nodes and you'll see we have this entire section broken out. It's crazy. The way you can tell if it's fished or not, by the way, is, well, first of all, the walls, but also if you look down below, that one is glowstone, that one is bedrock. That is the main way to tell if you're not sure. So you can be flying around looking at glowstone and just looking down and going for glowstone. But it's crazy, guys. It's going a little insane. And we're not even that far into lake. Like, it's definitely going to be one of the most enjoyable to grind when you get there, but it's going to be slower. So that right there was frozen fish. It ice cubes the whole node, and then it launches a couple fish out. It's not that crazy, but it is another enchant that you can have, and it's kind of nice. Rank 6,000, we're gaining rank ups kind of quick. It's not as quick as farm, because farm we were getting like 39 rank ups every tick, which is insane. We ended up to 12k in, I don't know how long it was. It wasn't very long. It was pretty quick that we hit that high. And if we do / rank top farm right now, you'll probably see there are a bit of grinders. Like these people are grinding like crazy. And it's still relatively early on, but it's not, it's going to skyrocket. I'm telling you, in the 3rd episode, most likely, or maybe the 4th episode, you'll see people are going to be in the millions on farm. It's going to be insane because they're going to hit a mark where the pumpkins are going to start showing up, and pumpkins have insane value. But you'll see, there's just procs going on. Like, it's just so much you can't even keep up with it. I'm having a good time with fishing. Only negative thing, look at our rank currency pet. It is absolutely nothing. And then also, I need to go check for armor on fishing. How is the fishing armor going to work? It is 140. Okay, so it is balanced. It does actually get lowered, but 560,000 fish caught. That is easier than 4 million crops. That is not hard at all to get. I do actually see a lot of people getting there. And the leveling up, though, is the hard thing. Because to level up armor, you have to do the actions. We go here, level 7 for our farming armor. And we have had these for a while. So it's the armor is a bit of a grind. And there is currently no way to transfer. A chilling breeze swat. What the hell's happening in chat? I don't even know. But it's been a grind. But I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Alright guys, we are back, and I noticed a major flaw with my microphone. As you can probably hear the difference from this clip and the previous clip, it probably sounds a lot better. So I do apologize for the lack of mic quality in the last episode and the beginning till now of this episode. I kinda just thought it was fine. I don't know why it all of a sudden decided to all go funky. And I had to do all my drivers and stuff again. It was a whole hassle. So we are good now, though. The mic should be sounding better for this episode and the future episodes. I'm going to make sure I double check it. I kind of didn't really give myself too much time this morning. I woke up and kind of had to instantly get on. So I did not have a lot of time to double check that. So I do apologize. But as you can see, not much has changed. It is very, very close to where the previous clip ended. But in the previous clip, I was talking about armor. And speaking of armor, we should have enough coconuts to come over here, go into the fishing armor family right here. Boom, coconut armor, and get some boots. Now, we're not getting a full set. We're not going to need to get a full set. I'm not a fan of fishing. I'm going to just tell you guys how it is. I do not enjoy this fishing stuff. I think I'll have more fun when we do Slayer. I actually didn't mind farming either. Farming just, you know, it's a big grind. Like, this is cool and all. When I watch this, I like seeing this. But I also I can't be asked to do fishing. It's a slow grind, and I'm not a big fan of the slow grinds. I like quick progression. I mean, as you can see, like, this is fun to watch. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not really worth it for me, and it's not something I'm personally interested in. So we're not gonna really be bothering with fishing too much, guys. It's going to be kind of on the back burner. Farming we're going to revisit, as I said before in the last episode, but we do have our pet only at level 20. As you can see, we have done similar grinding to the amount of farm, though. So this is not the fastest way to level up your pet. I would recommend going to farming, or maybe Slayer, maybe Arctic. We still have yet to go in there. Arctic, I'm telling you guys, bring, like, I'd say bring sunglasses, actually, because it is so bright. Like, your eyes are going to be hurting if you do Arctic for a long time. So I'm not excited for that. I might have to get a texture pack set up. We are going to continue grinding. Maybe not fishing. Fishing is not it for me. We do have 1.8 billion orbs, which we are going to go ahead and throw into regenerate right there. Boom. Regenerate, again, is probably one of our lowest, like our biggest flaw right now is the pools don't regen quick enough. So, I mean, we come over here. These pools are still not regenerated yet. So it takes a long time for them to regenerate, and I honestly, I can't do full loops yet, so it's very, very annoying, because if we're going here right now, none of these are regenerated, so we have to find the non, like, used pools. So super, super tough. With that out of the way, guys, I think this is going to end the video. We're going to go ahead. We're going to call it here. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribing if you haven't already, and comment down below on what you think I should change other than the microphone. Yeah, but I hope to see you guys on the server. We are still at a pretty decent pop. I mean, right now it's not that long in, but it is 1180, so quite a bit of people. If you join on, you can still make a mark on the economy. You can still make a massive impact. It's never too late. There's going to be the strategy of selling keys to other people. There's going to be the strategy of buying credits and buying ranks and stuff from people. There's going to be a whole, oh my god, that was lag. There's going to be a whole bunch of things you can still do. So with that out of the way, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Much love. Later. Peace.